guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my second video ever and I am so psyched to do it. I actually stayed up till 7 a.m. last night. It wasn't my fault. It was not my fault. I have bronchitis really bad. I mean, like right now I'm running fever. I'm gonna have to edit this video so hardcore because I cough every 3 minutes or so it feels like. But I stayed up till 7 in the morning coughing and hacking. I looked in the mirror and I was just like, this is not cute, and I thought it would be the perfect opportunity to show you guys what it is that I do when I have had less than a perfect night's rest, or in this case, an awful night's rest. I mean, I didn't have any rest. I didn't sleep. I fell asleep about 7:30, and I am exhausted right now, but you would never know it because of this makeup. So if you guys want to know how I got this, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to call this yet, but if you want to see how I got to this point, keep on watching. And do not be too shocked when you see how awful I looked in the beginning of this video. Okay, be nice. Okay, see you in a minute. Hey guys, first things first, you're going to want to wash that skin of yours. At first, I go ahead and rinse with warm water, but I follow up right there as you just saw with some cold water to really waken and refresh my skin. Next, I'm going to go in with some moisturizer. I'm using the Water Cream by Tatcha. This stuff is really good, but it's more for people with oily to combination skin. I'm actually starting to have really dry skin, so I'm going to have to switch it up soon. Then I'm going in with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This stuff is great. It makes your skin look really luminous and dewy. And speaking of luminous, I'm going in with an oldie but a goodie, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I've used it so much I'm out of it, as you can see, but never fear, I had a backup. So I'm just going to swipe that all over my face and then go in after that with my damp beauty blender and just really take my time and working it into the skin, really pressing it in there. Don't forget to drag that foundation up to cover your ears. We do not want our ears and our face to be two different colors. It is just not a good look in my opinion. For concealer today, I'm going to throw it back. This is the Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay. This is lightweight and hydrating. I used to be so ride or die for this stuff, and then the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer came out, and I was just all about it. I still love that, but since my skin has been so dry, I just feel like the Tarte Shape Tape is really cakey on me right now. So I'm throwing it back to something that I know works for me when I have dry skin. I know it looks like I put on a lot, but you'll see in a second it blends out really lightweight and it's not cakey at all. To set my concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use this NYX Contour and Highlight Palette in this lighter shade right here. If you're looking for a really affordable option, I 100% recommend this palette. NYX is a really great drugstore brand in general, but this palette is phenomenal. After that, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids really quickly in the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by Matte, and then I'm going to set that using that same setting powder from the palette. After that, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. This is the Anastasia Brow Definer in Medium Brown. I was diehard for the Brow Wiz forever, and when I saw that this came out, I was like, how do you even use this? This is such a weird shape. And it was actually a total fluke that I got it. They were out of my color in the Brow Wiz, so I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and try it. And I have not put it down since. If I'm not using this one, then I'm definitely using the Precisely My Brow by Benefit in number 6. They're different in color only by the fact that the Benefit one is darker. It's more of like a black gray sort of tone. I alternate between them quite a bit. It just really depends on what I feel like doing with my brows that day. Then I'm going to go ahead and clean up really quickly under my brows using the concealer that we used earlier. And then after that, I'm going to use the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. This palette is bomb. I'm going into this shade right here just to add some definition to my eyes. This is just a synthetic blending brush. And then I'm going into this darker shade with the R37 by Morphe, I believe, to add some dimension. Then I'm going into this shimmery lighter shade for my lid. As you'll see in a second, I forgot that I had used this brush a couple days ago with some black eyeshadow. So you can't really tell on my lid, but there's just big black splotches. The look on my face. See, there it is. But I just grabbed that synthetic brush we used to prime our eyelids and flipped it over, dipped back into that powder, and it covered it beautifully. Everything worked out fine. So crisis averted. I'm going into this pinky shade on the middle outer third of my eye and then blending that out. Then I'm also using the shade we used on our inner lid on our inner corner, and then that shade on the far end of the palette to highlight the brow. Now I know that this is a lip pencil, but I didn't have an eye pencil. I ran out of it, so I'm just using what I had and it worked fine. This is the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. I'm going to be using this to contour these cheekbones. I love this powder. It's probably my favorite powder to use for sculpting out my face. Then I'm going into the Cheek Parade palette and the Hoola bronzer just to add some sun to this pale ass face. And then I'm using also in the Cheek Parade palette this darker pink blush right here to add some color to these Casper-like cheeks of mine. Then I'm going to go into this powder right here. This is not the Airspun powder. I know that's the container it's in, but it's actually the RMCA No Color powder. I just had it in the Airspun container because it was just easier for me to get to. I highly recommend this powder. I think it's only like $12, so it's really affordable. After that, I'm going to go in with just a powder brush and just dust away the powder from my cheeks. Then I'm just going to take a pencil brush and dip back into that very first shade that we used on our eyes and blend that under the lower lash line. This is just going to bring the look more together and make you look more awake, and also add some definition to the lower lash line. Then onto the lips, I'm going to take the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. I believe this is in Rose Madder, but I'll link it down below. I love his liquid lipsticks. I have, I think, like 15 of them or something. Right now, they're my favorite lipsticks, my favorite liquid lipsticks, I should say, to use, and I definitely recommend them. Then I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. Any lash curler will do, but I believe this one is by Lancome. It's really nice, though, so if you want to get that one, you should. This is my favorite drugstore mascara. This is the Voluminous Black by L'Oreal. I know a lot of people have raved about it, and there is a reason for that, so I definitely recommend it. I'm doing about 2 coats. As you can see, I'm just kind of going back and forth until I get the desired effect, because I am not going to be wearing falsies today. Surprise, surprise, right? Now for my lower lashes, I'm actually going to use something different. This is the MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash. I only use this mascara for my lower lashes. It's my all-time favorite mascara to use on my lower lashes. Not only is the wand longer and skinnier and allows that precise application, it also just makes my lower lashes look really dark and long, and I just love how it turns out. So I 100% recommend this. I actually had a little boo-boo and I got some mascara on my eyelid, and like my upper eyelid and on the bottom. The way that you get rid of that is you just take a dry Q-tip after the mascara has dried and you just rub it right off. Comes right off, no biggie. And then I just blended that out with that R37 just to make everything look a little bit more blended after messing it up with the Q-tip. As you saw a few seconds ago, I went ahead and filled in my lower lash line with a white eyeliner pencil by NYX. Any white eyeliner would do, but I do recommend a creamier one. Then I set my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, aka Gorilla Glue for your brows. And then for my highlighter, I'm using the Diorskin Air Luminizer. Love this stuff. And I actually forgot to put highlighter on my Cupid's bow before my liquid lipstick, which, by the way, I don't recommend, but no harm, no foul. We're going to go ahead and fix that right now. But I definitely do recommend doing that before you do your lipstick. Last but not least, I'm setting my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, my all-time favorite, and then fanning it, a tip I learned from Nikki Tutorials to really make it stick. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. It's easy, it's fresh, it's very dewy, highlighted to the gods, very natural. My kind of natural anyway. Starting next week, I'm probably going to be posting 2 days a week. I'm thinking Tuesday and Thursday. Obviously this isn't happening right now because it is not Tuesday and it is not Thursday. If you like this video, if you would like to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and don't forget to hit the little notification bell so you can get notified when I do post a new video. Shameless self-promotion. Okay guys, see you next time. Speak louder. Say hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hey, watch my mommy's video. Please. Please. Bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Yes, I'm not above using my child to get views. No, I'm joking. Say bye. Bye. Mwah. Mwah.